Okay, for the keyboard part for Iron Man, we're going to talk a little bit about power chords. Okay, power chords is something that you hear me talk about in class all the time. Guitar players play power chords all the time. Power chords are not actually really chords, they're two notes and one octave. All right, so anytime you hear me talking about power chords to guitar players, what they are playing is one note. We'll say a C power chord. That's the easiest one for us to talk about. So here's C. That's the first note that they would play, the lowest note that they would play. And then they would go up to the fifth note in a C scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they play that note. And then they go up to the octave of C and play that. That is a power chord, okay? Anytime I'm talking about power chords, you know that you can play the first and fifth note of the scale, whatever chord it is, C in this case, and that you'll be basically playing a power chord. And if you want to add that octave, you'll be playing exactly what the guitar players are playing. Okay, why do guitar players use power chords all the time? Because they do, especially in rock and roll. The reason is because none of these notes tells us whether or not this chord is a major or minor chord. Okay? The notes that would do that are the third note of the scale, that note, or this note, these two notes, whichever one we decide to use, 1, 2, flat 3, or 1, 2, 3, determines whether or not it's a major or minor scale. The next most important note besides the third is the seventh or flat seventh, the two notes before the octave. And depending on which one of those notes you choose, that also affects what the chord sounds like. Those are the two main, most important notes of a scale. So if you leave those out, you can play this chord, even though it's really two notes in an octave. You can play that, and it can function as a major chord, it can function as a minor chord, it can function as a seventh chord, because there's no real distinguishing notes that let you know whether or not it's a major or minor scale. So guitar players use this all the time because, for one thing, it's very easy for a guitar player to play these chords very fast all over the neck, but also it means that they don't have to make the different various major and minor chords. They can just use one chord shape for the whole thing, okay? And it's kind of that way for piano too, all right? So as far as Iron Man goes, you have several power chords that are played, and it is straight power chords except for the little lead guitar riffs, okay? We're starting with B, all right? So find your B note, and the octave to B is F sharp. All right, so you play B, then you play power chord D, which is D and A. You play that twice. Then you play E, which is E and B. Alright, and then the trickier part of this is not really tricky, but you're playing a G after that and an F sharp. So I'm playing G and D, and I'm playing F sharp and C sharp. Back to D, E. Oop. So let's try it again here. Okay. Find your B, D, D, E, E, G, F sharp, G, F sharp, G, F sharp, D, D, E, E, E. use a little practice on my keyboard too. Anyway, take your time with that. Use both hands. You can make first and fifths with both hands. You can spread that out. You and your piano teacher can even figure out which ones are major and minor chords and play those if you want. Okay? This is the very beginning of that, though. All right? You can find music videos online of these guys playing this song. You can play along with it. Wouldn't be that hard for you to catch up to the speed of this song because the song itself is pretty slow. Okay? Take your time and make sure you know where your first and fifth notes are of each of those chords, and rewind this video and use it again if you as you continue to work on it. Okay.